Speaker, I welcome this National Dairy Development Board bill. I had an occasion to visit Anand recently. There had been chance to see its functioning. It is undoubtedly an institution of excellence. Well, some of us, are not very happy with so many things in our country life. But we cannot be cynical by turning a blind eye to certain institutions which have a bright record. Although I welcome this bill, it is legally necessary to endow the institution with the status of corporation. I have my own nagging doubt. Institutions of excellence normally flourish only in a climate of freedom and in an atmosphere of liberty. The moment we from a government boards through we speak liberally about the autonomy to be bestowed on them, in actual practice autonomy is denied to all the government corporations. One of the most important reasons why most of the public sector undertakings fail to function to their optimum level of efficiency is the constant interference by our own bureaucrats in the affairs of these institutions. I would like to alert the ministers may engulf these institutions as well. Therefore, my word of caution on this point should be taken somewhat seriously. We are all inspired by what is called the Anand pattern. Why did that pattern succeed in the manner it did? What was the secret of it is success? In my view, the secret lay in the participation of the farmers in the movement that took place and the controls of the farmers gained over the institutions. If we talk of the extending this pattern in every nook and corner of the country, then we must be also be able to disseminate the spirit to all the parts of the country. This is really a pattern which cannot be transplanted on every kind of soil unless the soil is adequately and properly prepared beforehand. For this, the most essential conditions is the strengthening of the cooperative movement among the farmers. But when we look at the cooperative scene of our country, we cannot be much expressed. There is hardly a semblance of cooperation in any form of them. Sir, there is a need to revitalize the cooperative movement among the farmers throughout the length and breadth of the country. That is very essential for the success of the Anand pattern. Towards that end, there is an urgent need to amend the Cooperative Societies Act. Unless that act is that bureaucrat or the managers who adorn important positions in these cooperative institutions must be at the beck and call of the leadership of the cooperative societies. They must be rendered responsible to the farmers, to the cooperative, and to their managing committees. Sir, I understand that the Prime Minister has recently written a letter to all the Chief Minister to say that the radical changes are introduced in the cooperative law. I request the Minister to follow it up with all the state governments. Sir, I now we wish to draw the attention of the House to one disturbing development in the House and outside. We keep hearing lectures of the global design of the destabilization of India polity and Indian economy. We all know in the modern world, destabilization is initiated in the area of economic activity. Even this dairy activity, harmless, innocent, and innocuous as it is, has not been spared from this kind of offensive. There is an institution or organization called India Committee in the Netherlands. I think that the government is aware of the existence of this government organization. I am not able to identify the dramatis personae behind this organization. They have been producing a lot of literature to plead against assistance to India by the European Economic Country. As we know, our schemes of Operation Flood were rendered possible without much investment by the government because of the assistance from the international organizations. If it is true that there is an element in that part of the big globe to plead against the assistance to India, then our embassy and our government must take serious note of it. I would very much like the minister to throw some light on this aspect. I reliably understand that such people do not want assistance to be given to India for its Operation Flood schemes. It may be difficult to find out as to who are the real moving fingers and driving spirit behind the organization. Nevertheless, in one of its campaign manifestos, advertisement support has been provided to it by one of our giant multinational companies. I would like to know what action has been taken by the government against them. This organization has been sponsoring seminars and inviting its friends from India, and at its cost, some of them had gone good faith. I am not condemning all of them. My limited purpose is to focus the attention of the government on this issue. As for the structure of the organization, I do not wish to say much. To provide flexibility, I think the board should not be top heavy. What is important is that at the state level, thus the board must be able to motivate cooperation among the dairy producers. The dairy producers should be able to stipulate their own price. In fact, their candle is burnt from both ends, that is, from the end of the producer and from the end of the consumer. If you leave this process to a well organized cooperative structure, the state governments will have to be emancipated from this kind of pioneer pressure. I therefore urge upon the government of India to